What's good, YouTube? CodedProphecy here, back with another video for you guys. Now, as you all know, Tokyo Game Show has been going on over the past week, and actually, I'm pretty sure as of today, it's pretty much over. But a lot of news dropped that I wasn't able to cover at the time because, you know, there's a lot of family stuff going around here. But follow me on Twitter. You know, I've been busy. So I tell you, follow me on Twitter. Links and everything are in the description. Make sure to go do that. But obviously, there was a FairyTail panel that was going on. And in this panel, we got a lot more information about the game, that a lot of questions that a lot of people have been wondering have been answered, you know, in terms of like the gameplay, the story, and all that. So you already know your boy is here to go over some of that stuff with you guys. Shout out to Gematsu again. You guys know I always use Gematsu's articles, and I'm be using this Game Informer article as well. They both pretty much say the exact same things, but the Game Informer article has some information that the Gematsu one doesn't, so I'm gonna be mixing some of the information from the Game Informer article into the Gematsu one, kind of just making it like one solid thing, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, with all that being said, you already know, you guys are excited for the new FairyTail news. If you guys haven't heard already, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications, because you already know your boy is gonna be keeping you updated with everything that has to do with this game. It's actually a game I'm actually interested in, the anime game that I'm actually like looking forward to. Like, I haven't been able to look forward to an anime game in a while. Like, I've covered anime games before, some that I thought had potential, and obviously you see how that worked out. So, you know, hopefully FairyTail lives up to actually what my expectations are going to be. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, first and foremost, we're going to be going over the story elements of the game. Now, from what I've gathered with the information given to me, the story, as we all expected for the most part, is going to be taking place literally right after their fight at Tenro Island. Now, in the Game Informer article, it says that it's taking place at the climax of the Hades battle, so I don't know if the game, that means like in the I don't know if that means in the tutorial we're going to be fighting Acnologia, or we're just going to be fighting Hades. I would assume like our tutorial is just going to be us getting clapped by Acnologia for the most part, you know, like you're just going to be running up Tenro, go to Acnologia fight to get, you know, the basics of the combat down. You ain't gonna do shit to him, obviously, because it's Acnologia. He's that nigga, you know, like you not touching him. And we gonna get clapped, you know, bada bing bada boom, Tenro blows up. Now we back, you know, going back to the guild, and we're pretty much starting from there. Now, as far as where the story is gonna end up, from the information, it says that we're gonna be going up until the end of the anime. So basically, the story is gonna start from beginning of the time skip after Tenro all the way up until, I want to say, the Tartarus arc, because I'm pretty sure the Tartarus arc is like the last animated arc, and then that's gonna be it. Now, it does say that there's gonna be a lot of post-game content that's gonna be coming, like a lot of post story game content, a lot of original story content that's gonna be there for you guys for people to play after they beat the story. So it's not just gonna be like, oh, we beat the story, is one and done, that's it. No, there's gonna be a lot of story stuff, and on top of that, Hiro Mashima is also looking over and overseeing the game and putting his input in for character designs and putting his input in for gameplay elements and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of like FairyTail Zero like Easter eggs and like the little story stuff, or I wouldn't be surprised if FairyTail Zero itself isn't a post game like side quest, you feel me? Like, as like you just go as Natsu and just walk over to Mavis's grave or whatever, and it teleports you back to like back before the guild started. Like, that would be a dope like little side quest type thing to do. That also says that the game is gonna be basically open world. I thought before that, from what we were showing, I was assuming that it was basically just gonna be like an open region type of thing, like you basically have a set area to go and just, you know, go and follow the route to your main mission or whatever. But for what I'm seeing, you know, from the articles, it's saying that, you know, it's basically open world, and there's multiple towns, obviously, so you're gonna be able to explore all of Fiore, just walk around. So you'll be able to go from like Magnolia, you'll be able to go to other places, so you could probably visit other guilds like Lamia Scale or Sabretooth, or, you know, Blue Pegasus, all that type of stuff. You'll probably be able to visit in the game, so that'd be pretty cool. So you'll probably be able to meet up with a lot of other wizards and all that, and recruit them into your party and stuff. So that's a pretty dope thing, that, because like I said, a lot of people, including myself, thought that it was just gonna be, you know, an open region type of thing. Like, it's not. I didn't expect it to be fully open world, but hey, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. With that being said, you know, moving on into the gameplay aspect, it's telling us that we found out we're supposed to be getting at least like 10 plus playable characters. You know what I'm saying? We already know 5 of them being Wendy, Lucy, Natsu, Gray, and Urza, obviously. And we have a picture with a silhouette. They have silhouettes in the back of them, and if we look closely at the silhouettes, you could already tell like 3 people in the back. It's Gajil, Juvia, and Jalal, which we knew Jalal was in the game because in a lot of the trailers he's literally getting clapped by everybody for no reason. They just on this man's head out. He ain't do nothing, leave him below. Like, what are you gonna do? You know. Now personally, I'm hyped to see Gajil in the game, to be honest, because if we going past the Grand Magic Games arc, and this newest trailer we got, it already showed Natsu with his lightning flame dragon move. Bro, if I see Gajil in his steel shadow dragon transformation, I'm about to lose it, bro. I'm going off. Y'all don't understand. That's like that transformation to me is one of the dopest transformations I've seen in FairyTail. For that, like, from that portion of the anime, that transformation, it's fire. That is fire. It's one of my favorite moves in FairyTail, period. Like, his design just looks raw as hell. Like, I need that in the game. That needs to be in the game. Look, listen to me. Gust, hear me out. Wait, hold on. What's the producer's name? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Hold on. I'm gonna try to. I feel like it's Kisuke. I don't want to say Kikuchi. I feel like it's not Kikuchi. So I'm gonna say Kisuke, Kichiki, whatever. Kisuke, listen to me. You not about to have Natsu in here with his lightning flame dragon and not show me Gajil with his shadow steel dragon. Bro, please, just give it to me. This game looks amazing. I need to see that transformation, dog. I need to see that transformation. Like, I'm gonna put up a lot of the screenshots for the game, but the game itself, bro, looks beautiful. Like, the graphics look amazing in this game, dog. Like, it looks too good. It looks too good. I was not expecting it to look this good. I'm gonna be honest with you. Also, there's other screenshots that were posted. You know, there's an interview with 4Gamer and Dengeki. They had interviews with the publishers or whatever, and they were able to get screenshots from actual, like, gameplay kiosks and stuff. And from one of the screenshots, we see Lucy there, and from the looks of it, a lot of people were saying that, from what I've seen before, you know, like, people were saying that you can have at least four people in a party, but from this pic with Lucy, you can see you can have at least up to 5 wizards on your team at once, and you'll be able to mix and match them throughout the party. And a lot of people were comparing this to Persona, just because, like, if you look at Lucy and you see the command list, it is very Persona-esque in terms of what you can do. Like, from what I'm looking at, you have the option to attack physically, to defend, to cast magic, and I'm pretty sure the triangle one is like an item list or whatever, to, like, for health items or buff items, stuff like that. So I'm assuming that's basically what the main gameplay is gonna be like. You're gonna basically be going around, and once you get into fights and stuff, that's basically how the main attack menu is gonna pull up for every character, and you'll just pick and choose from there. Now, I'm gonna read this little excerpt from the Gematsu article on basically how the gameplay is gonna work. It says, the game flow is based on the guild, which is an important part of the original manga, which is true. The game cycle is receive a request at the guild, clear the request, monster subjugation, exploration, etc., and your guild grows as a result. Now, the Gematsu article goes a little bit more, not Gematsu, the Game Before the article goes a little bit more in depth in this aspect, because it tells you basically, like, how the growth of the guild is gonna work. So it says the story focuses on the point where the characters are rebuilding the guild, which ties directly into the gameplay. You accept missions and requests, slowly raising your guild's renown to new heights via a lettered ranking system. So you're basically going to be playing through the game to get your guild's clout up. You know, you basically get your guild's clout up throughout the game, you know, because obviously throughout the time skip, if you remember, like, FairyTail, after the main, like, hard hitters from FairyTail kind of disappeared, the FairyTail guild kind of went into, they was in a bad place, and they was getting dogged on by a bunch of randoms. So, you know, once everybody came back, they had to come pick up the guild, you know what I'm saying? So they was basically all chasing a bag, picking up random objects to get money to build the guild back up, which is basically what you're gonna be doing for the most part in the game up until you get to the Grand Magic Games portion. So you're gonna be picking up little missions here and there to gain money to rebuild the guild. And this is a cool thing to me because it's not like they're leaving the whole guild portion as like an off thing. So it's like, oh, we came back, now we're just gonna go straight into the story. No, like you're actually traversing throughout the game, building stuff up for the guild. Like you're actually customizing the guild, making things better inside of the guild hall, customizing it and improving everything. So like you can change the mission board, make it look a little bit better. You can change up the interior for the guild to make it look more better than how it was when you first initially started the game, which is pretty cool to me in terms of like, you know, getting you immersed into the world and getting you immersed into like FairyTail, you know, because like it's putting you into the position of like if you were actually there, you know what I'm saying, like you're actually like going through the story with them. So I really enjoy that and appreciate that aspect that they're trying to pull there. So that's pretty cool. Following up, it also says in the Game Informer article that as you earn money from missions, you can also use it to upgrade your guild exterior, like I said before, such as adding a magic shop or a better quest board. Characters will join your guild through the story, you know, so that goes back into the 10 plus unlockable characters we'll be getting throughout the gameplay. But a few you will need to bond with before they will join your party, which also makes sense because there's a lot of characters in the story that you don't just become friends, that not in the story, but there's a lot of characters in FairyTail that they didn't just become automatically friends with FairyTail. They, you know, you had to do some stuff first to earn their respect or whatever before they actually was fucking with them. So I respect that aspect too. So like again, it's one of those immersion things. Like it's actually putting you into the game, plus the RPG aspects adding to that as well. You know what I'm saying? But it says you can also recruit support characters, not for battle, to join your guild. Although they won't be playable, they will help around the guild. This is something that we saw in the trailer. Makarov came out as a support character, so this game is gonna have support characters. I don't know, since Makarov's a support character, really, like if anything, I would have expected Makarov to be like a playable character, but I mean, it makes sense, it's support. Most likely we'll get like other random guild members as support characters as well, like Kana or like Dre or like, you know, people like that. People from like Loxus's little faction. You know, people like them you might get as like support characters and stuff. But the support characters that the Game Informer article is talking about is like little randoms here and there. I don't think they're actual main characters. I don't think people really like that. I mean, they might be, you never know. There's like main characters that don't fight like that. They might actually just be there. But the Game Informer article is talking about supports that are going to be helping you in the guild. But the supports that were shown off in the trailer were battle supports for like actual gameplay and stuff. So yeah. It also goes on to say you will travel around the world map, gaining access to new areas as you advance in the story and complete quests. Areas look very similar to the layout of the Atelier games, filled with enemies, items, and materials. Gus confirmed there will be a crafting system in game, but it wouldn't be anything overly complicated. So that's pretty dope. And it also goes with the fact that, like I was saying, like the game is open world, so like you can go around and explore a lot of the places in Fiore and just go around and exploring and unlocking new areas and find. Like I said, Hiro Mashima is behind this, and Hiro Mashima is a gamer himself. You know what I'm saying? So like, it would make sense that he would like going around and exploring would more so benefit you rather than not, because there would be a lot of Easter eggs throughout the series. I'm hoping there'll be a lot of Easter eggs, you know what I'm saying? There'll be a lot of Easter eggs throughout the series and a lot of secret things there for you to find. So like I said, exploring would really benefit you more so than not in a game like this, especially with something like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this game is gonna be heavily based from the Atelier games just because, you know, that's Gus like bread and butter. So like the gameplay aspect of it, I already know is gonna be like this game is already looking like it's gonna be hella fun and not something that's gonna be like, I can't say repetitive because that kind of depends on the person, but you know what I'm saying. The whole crafting system sounds pretty interesting too. I'm pretty interested to see how they take that. They said it's not gonna be super overcomplicated, which, you know, makes sense, but I'm still interested to see how where they take that aspect. In terms of like battling, it says battles are turn-based, which we know, which focuses on managing your MP wisely alongside chaining attacks and performing combination specials. Since FairyTail is all about magic, Gus is tying that into your strategy, as elemental weaknesses are a big part of the game associated head of Gus, Kisuke, I'm gonna just say Kisuke, I'm not saying your last name, said to expect all the signature magic and some of the legendary flashy magic. You know, as we seen from the trailer, everybody was doing their big flashy magic attacks and all that. So that's something, as a fan, that's something that's cool to see. And in terms of like the elemental weakness and stuff, that's just adding another layer to like that happens whenever you're playing like turn-based games. So it's not like an action RPG, you just run around, you know, hitting, attacking. You know, you actually have to think like, okay, what's the best attack to use in this certain situation, or what's the best strategy to use in this certain situation. I know a lot of people don't really like turn-based games, but like when it comes to aspects like that, like the strategy portion of turn-based games is kind of what makes them the fun, you know what I'm saying? So like if you're not a fan of turn-based games, I'd recommend you go like try some out, like try some highly recommended ones out. Like I know Persona is one that people really recommend a lot. The Atelier games, like I said, those are pretty dope too. Like go try something, go games like that out. Even Pokemon's a turn-based, like technically turn-based RPG type of game too, technically, but like yeah, it's really like the strategy portion of those games which is like the driving factor behind them, because it's like it's not like you just going in there hitting and attacking and dodging, attacking and dodging back and forth. Like you actually have to sit there and think about what you're gonna do before you do it, which is, so I'll kind of like that aspect when it comes to games, especially RPGs and stuff, because it puts a whole nother like level on what you have to do instead of it just being straightforward, you know. So that's kind of, it's a cool thing to me. The last thing that they wanted to get across was that the game is about 50% complete. So we could obviously, like, it's 50% complete, meaning like they've been working on this game for about, I don't know, a minute now. I would say, what I heard, it was about like they started about a year or some change ago, something like that. So for 50%, you know, the game is looking pretty good right now, and on paper a lot of the things they're talking about does sound really dope to me. So like I'm pretty anxious and pretty curious to see what they're gonna do in the other, you know, while finishing up the game and touching it up. If you're not a FairyTail fan, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like I really don't know what to tell you. But like this game, I can already tell this game is really just for the fans. It's a game for the fans, and I really appreciate that. You know, like they said that they went with Gus because Gus is like Gus knows what they're doing when it comes to like the turn-based RPG type stuff, like the Atelier games, and that really meshes with how FairyTail is as a series. And I mess with that because I feel like a lot more developers need to start doing that when it comes to like them taking over anime IPs. Like don't just throw them in a random like arena fighter or whatever. Like I like an arena fighter if it's done well, but don't just throw every anime IP in an arena fighter or in a battle type setting. Like make an anime game that's complements the type of anime that you're making the game of, you know what I'm saying? Like don't just put them in a fighting game or an arena fighter just because it's an easy thing to do. Like at least put thought into the IP, put thought into like what the anime is and what the anime represents, and make a game building around that. That's what I really appreciate with what they're doing with FairyTail right now. Like they're not just, they easily could have just took the IP, threw it in an arena fighter or a 2D fighter or whatever, and been done with that. That would have been an easy thing to do, but they're actually like taking aspects of the anime and taking aspects of the actual source material and putting it and building the game around that, instead of just throwing the anime in a game. They're actually building the game around the anime, which I appreciate that. That's pretty dope. But yeah, that's pretty much most of the information we got for the FairyTail game during the special stage. I'm gonna leave the link to Gematsu and Game Informer, to articles in the description down below if you want to go read those and look over them for yourselves. So there was a lot of information inside of those articles. I might not have gotten everything, but I just felt like pointing out the most important parts of it, and just, you know, kind of summarizing. I say summarize like this wasn't like a, I don't know, from our corner it's like 20 minutes, so I say summarize anyways. But yeah, make sure you go read those, and yeah. But if you guys are hyped for the FairyTail game and all that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications, because you already know I'm going to keep you guys updated with every piece of FairyTail news that comes out. As well, hit the like button if you did enjoy the video, because that does help share out the content, or, you know, share the video out yourselves. Anybody that you know likes anime content, anime gaming content, fighting content, you already know how we do over here. Help the boy out. We're on the road to 1K. 400 subs is the end month goal, so make sure you can help the boy hit that. But with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's gonna be it for me, and I'm out. So, boy.